Hello YouTube, welcome back to my video. In this video we are going to check how we can add 10 million records in MySQL table using PHP. Yes, we are going to create files with 10 million records in that, and it's actually a CSV file. Excel cannot hold 10 million now, so we will create a CSV file with 10 million records, and we will read that and insert into the MySQL table. Okay, so I have already written all the codes to create and read the values and insert that into the table. So in this video, here is the things which I have going to show you. First, we will create a file with only 10 records in that, and then 100 records in that, and then 1 million records, and then 10 million records. Okay, and then we will create MySQL database, and then we will test the MySQL connectivity, and then we will insert. First we will insert 10 rows, and then we'll insert 100 rows. Okay, no, this is only preview. I am we are just reading the data from the CSV and show it in the PHP page. Okay, and the fifth one, we will preview and insert 10 entries and 100 entries file. Okay, and the last one, we are going to insert 1 million and 10 million records. Okay, so is this step I'm explaining in this page itself, in this page. So first we are going to create that 10 million record data actually. So have my exam server already running in my PC. I have installed the exam server. So the code we are going to write is inside C drive and inside exam, and here in the htdocs folder. So here we are going to create the pages for that. Okay, so as I told here, first we will create the files with the records which we have mentioned here. So this code will create the files like that. Okay, so let's copy this, and before that we will create an index page here, just to make sure our exam server is running perfectly. So index.php, so let me open that, and inside I'm just writing hello YouTube. And if I'm going to my localhost page, no, we have not started the server. Okay, just start it. You can see it's written here, so our server is running perfectly. Okay, now based on this, we are going to create a page with this name and this as the data inside. So let me create that. Let me copy paste this and I'll rename it. Okay, and we'll rename the name as this one, and we will copy the same data there. Okay, so this basically will create a CSV file which this much number of records in that. Okay, so first we will create a record of a CSV file with the 10 records first. Now let's go to the browser, and let's open this write 10 million.php. okay, so basically now as we have mentioned the 10 rows, it will create the 10 rows now. Okay, so it is created the file with 10 rows, and we are going to create a file with 100 rows now. So again take this, paste it here. So it's created 100 rows. So let me open this CSV and show you the data inside. So it's just iterating, this code will just iterate from 0 to 100 or 0 to 10, and then on each line it will just print the value of this x, and it will convert that into a Word file. Sometimes this won't work in some of your PC. Maybe you have to enable some settings to work this number format. So I have another video for that. If this one is not working, just comment this line and create use this line, because sometimes this number formatter won't work. Okay, for that you have to enable separate things in your php.ini. I have the video link for that now. So if I am just using this line of code, it will just print the number, not the word. Okay, this word won't be there. Okay, so I'll show you that one also. Here we have okay, now we will create this 100. I will create it again and show you. Okay, so this one what we have got, this 100 is same like 1 and then a sentence and the English the word format of this sequence here. Okay, it is gone till 100. Okay, so I have commented this line now. Now if I am just going to create the same page again, let's see what's coming. So the file has just changed like 1 and then a sentence and the same number again. Okay, instead of that word, I mean it is just printing the digits again. Okay, now we will go back and use the number formatted itself. Now we are going to create 1 million record CSV file. Okay, so this is 1 million, right? No, this is 100,000 only. This is 1 million, right? Yes, this is 1 million. So we are going to create a 1 million record file, and let's see how long it will take for that. Yes, it's being created. So same way I'm going to create a 10. The file is created. Okay, it took around 10 seconds only. I'll open that. So we will create a 10 million record CSV file also. Okay, I'll open it and show you. It's okay. Yes, the 10 million data is getting created. Yes, the files are created with different number of rows in there. So this is 10 rows here, and this is 100 rows here, 1 to 100, 100, and this is 1 million rows. Let me open it in Notepad++ so that it won't get stuck. You can see here it starts from 1 to 1 million rows. Okay, and same way this one also. I'm not going to open that, it will stuck my laptop. Okay, so anyway we'll read that now. The next what we have to do is we have to create a database in MySQL to hold that values. Okay, so here we have three columns here. One is the sequence number here, and then the sentence, and then the word of that digit. Okay, so I am going to create a table with 4 columns here. One is serial number of the table, which will be the primary key, and then sequence, word, number, and the time. At the time when we are inserting that value in the MySQL table. I have just created this just to see how each column when it was added in MySQL. So I have my MySQL client here. This is name as HiDSQL. This is a free software, you can use it. So inside this you can see this is my MySQL databases. Okay, so I have these databases. I'm going to create the table inside this database named Gin. Okay, so I'm copying the query from here itself to the create table. So paste the create table query here and just run it. Okay, yes, the table has been created inside this. You can see if I'm opening that. So the table has been created with these columns, and the data inside is this. Okay, so you can check this from your MySQL client also if you have. So show databases. I have the database Genu and show tables. Okay, the table has been created, sample list. Okay, the same one which we have created here. So I'm not using the client now, or I will be checking this MySQL only. Okay, now the next step is we have to create a db.php which actually is the connectivity which we are using to connect our PHP to the MySQL. So let me copy all this from here, and I'm going to create the db.php here. So I'll edit this name, db.php. okay, so inside this I'm going to copy this line of code. So we will test the connectivity. Okay, so here make the adjustment like whatever is in your case. My username is root, password is root, and I am going to connect the database GNU, and here with this we are going to connect MySQL. Okay, so here if I am opening the db.php, if the connection is successful, to show connection success, we have written here to make the to print the if its connection is successful. So if I'm just changing the password to a wrong one, it will fail it. Okay, so it's failed, so means the connectivity is also successful. So we don't want this echo here, because we are going to call this from the other pages. So here it is, connectivity is successful. And the next step, so we have just completed this step and this step and third step also. Okay, now the fourth step is the read and preview 10 and 100 records. So for that, this one is the read and preview. Okay, read and view a PHP. This one will just read the data from the CSV page and show in the PHP page, CSV file to PHP page, but it is not going to insert the data into MySQL, because I am not calling the DB or anything here. I am just showing that, and with that I am creating an insert query for the data which we have read. I'll show you that. Wait. Okay, so I'm going to create a read. The name I'm giving read view.php. Okay, so inside this copy and paste it. Okay, so this will read GNU Java 10.csv. have we created even like, yeah, no, 10 we don't have. Okay, the name is GNU Java.csv itself. Okay, so we will remove that 10 from there, don't need it. So with this code we will read the data from the GNU Java.csv page, and it will iterate here each row, and I have created a table with this tr, and each cell or each value is printing here. And finally, with this insert on each iteration of each column, I am creating an insert query here. So it will finally, with all the records, it will create a query which we can use it to add data in, directly copy paste the query and add data in MySQL table. I'll show you that. So here we are copying the read and view.php. Okay, so db is we are not using the db.php in this. Okay, here it is. So here all the 10 values. Currently we are reading this file. Okay, this file. So there is 10 entries. It will directly show the 10 entries. So as I told, it is just creating the queries to add all the data in one shot. Okay, even if it is 1000 also, it will create the same query. So the value will be big, but the query you can use it anyway. If I'm just copying this and paste the query here and run it, you can see affected rows means 10 data has been 10 values also already inserted in the table. So I'm just showing this to show you how we are creating the queries for the data to be inserted. Okay, this will work even if it is 1000 or 1 lakh or even 1 million 1 million entries, it will read and create this query. So this same method we are using to add the data into the table. Okay, now the next step, so here we have completed read 10 and 100 records. Okay, even I will show you the 100 record how it is. So this is 100.csv. if I am changing this to 100.csv, come here and refresh, you can see all the 100 rows are read, and this is the query for that. Okay, and if I'm just copying this one, let me empty this. Now remove this query, paste the new query, run it, and go to data, refresh it. You can see the 100 rows here. Okay, now we will go to the bigger one. The next step is preview and insert MySQL. Now we have just previewed only. Now we are going to insert the values into the table. Okay, now for that we have another page, read and insert. Okay, this will show, or this is actually using the db.php. Here we are using that, and once the query is created, you can see I'm executing that query using MySQL like query. With this line of code, it will insert the value into the table. Let's see, copy it. No, we have to create first the PHP page here. And copy the line of codes completely and paste it here. And this line of code, it will create the query like this, and every time each row is reading, it is actually creating the query. And finally, here I have a if loop. Here you can see I have created a temp count mode 10. Means this line of code, what it will do, on every read of 10 entries from the CSV file, it will go for the database hit. Okay, this I have done because sometimes we are creating the insert query. If we are creating the insert query for each line, it will take more time and it will give more load to your database. So what I have done is I have just given a if loop here. So if we can increase this value to any bigger values. If we are reading a 1 million CSV file, the best value have found is the 1000. So on every 1000 a read of every 1000 lines, we will go for a database. It means it will insert the 1000 line, and it will read the next 1000 lines from the CSV, and once the 1000 line is read, it will go for insertion like that. So it is very easy, it will be very easy to insert a 1 million record or 10 million record if you are using this way. I'll show you both way. So first we will try to insert a 1000 record CSV file using this one. Okay, so let the value be 1, so that if it is 1, for every line of every entries we are reading, it will go for database hit. And let's see how much time it is taking to read a 1000 line CSV file. Okay, so the 1000 line CSV file, we have not created that. Okay, we'll create a 1000 line CSV file first. The line page is right 10 million. We will create a 1000 line also. Okay, it will be 1k. Save it and then run it. So 1000k 1k is created. Let us copy that. So 1k we will read like this, and read and insert, we will change the name as 1k.csv. Fine. Now I'm not going, this echo will be the print option for each line of code. So 1000 for 1000 record we can print, no problem, but for 1 million we cannot. So here we have put as mode 1, which means for every line it will go for the database hit. Okay, and finally let's go and try to run this. So this is the page, read and insert. Here we are going to run that. You can see it's still loading, and let's check how much time it is taken. Oh, it's showing a MySQL query error. It is because I understand that in the db.php we are closing the connection here. We should not close the connection here, because we are calling the db.php from inside this page. So once this is db.php is called, it will call this, and if we are closing the connection, we cannot use that connectivity in this page. So and the last we can close the connection. Okay, so I have done that, and if I'm just refreshing, you can see it's adding the values. Yes, the value has been added from 1 to 1000. And wait, let me remove the previous value and just refresh it again. It's taking almost 5 to 6 seconds only to add the values. Okay, let's see, select. Okay, 1000 entries, it's added very fast. So even within 2-3 seconds it's added. Now we will try to read the 1 million records and see how much time it is taking now, if the value we are putting it as mode 1. Okay, so this is the 1 million value. Copy it, remove the previous data from here and paste it here, 1 million.csv. This line of code is actually we are reading all the data. So I'm going to comment this line because we don't want to preview that 1 million records in my PHP page. Okay, so that's it. Let's close this and open in a new web tab, and the data is now 0, right? Yeah. Now if I'm just running and come here, and let's see how it is adding. See, is getting added every second 1000 entries only. See, not even 1000. See, for every click it is adding only 500 entries, right? Almost 500 entries. That is because we set this as 1. Let's see, let's change that to 1000, and let's check how fast the values are getting added. You can see it will keep on adding. It reached only 11,000, but to reach 1 million it will take almost not even 1 hour, more than 2 to 3 hours, right? Now let's stop this so that the page will stop here. Yeah, the page is stopped. Now the last entry is 15,548. I'm going to empty the yes, we have removed all the values now. As I told, we are reading the 1 million file, and with the 1000 entries on each hit. Okay, so on each reading of 1000 lines, it will go for the insertion in the database. Okay, now let's go and refresh this, and it will start insertion. Let's count now. Oh, because we have stopped the server, right? Start the server, and I think it started already. Let's see how it's going. Yes, see the speed, how the values are getting inserted. Within 10 seconds it got inserted 100,000, 1 lakh values, and if it's like that, let's see how much time it will take for 1 million records to be added. Yes, finally 1 million record has been entered in the system, I mean in the database. Let's see how much time it took to enter all the data. So the last entry was added on 8:45 and 13 seconds. So and the first entry and the first one entry was added on 8:43.39 seconds. So it took hardly 2 to 3 minutes only to enter the 1 million data into your MySQL table. See how fast this is. So this code, you can use this code to add any number of data in your MySQL using PHP, but keep in mind this will insert only the count with having the multiples of the value which we are giving here. Suppose your CSV is having 112 records and you are putting it 10 here, it will read till 110 only. Okay, it will read 110 only, it won't read the last two lines. Okay, so there is a limitation like that. So it will read only the multiples of the value which we are giving here. If it is 1000, it will read the multiples of 1000 only. So if our Excel file is having 1 million and 10 rows, it won't read that. It should be read separately. Okay, so there is a limitation for that. And now we have inserted 1 million records, but I have tried inserting a 5 million records before, and even 10 million records also. So this one is 10 million records and this one is 5 million records. I will show you. Cell count star from, see, this is 5 million records. See, 5 million record. Same way, let's see how much time it is taken to read the 5 million record here. So the first entry was added on yesterday 10:50 p.m. and the last entry was added on 10:56. So it took almost 6 minutes only to read 5 million records. And how about this 10 million records? You can see the last entry 10 million record was read on 11:14 p.m. and the first entry was 11:03 p.m. Okay, so within 15 to 20 minutes I have read 10 million records. So hope you got this, how you can insert 10 million records in MySQL table using PHP. So this can be used anywhere, and you have to just put the value according to your the size of the CSV file which you are going to read. Okay, so we have checked all these. First create the CSV file, and then create the database, test the connectivity, first preview that, and then insert 10 to 100 records, and then we'll go on for the 10 million records itself to read and insert into MySQL database. Okay, so this page has all the codes which we have used. You can use it, and I'll share this link in my description. And hope you got everything. If you have any doubt in this, please comment below. I will try to help you, and please like and subscribe for my videos, and thanks for watching.